So let me start to explain a little about the items here. As you can see, the first item is select multiple instances, which is not active now. This is used when the time that you, for example, want to use the same object with the objects you've selected before. So you have to notice that this icon is activated at the time that, for example, you have two things exactly like each other about the features, shape, and everything that you have in the project. And if you don't have this kind of examples in your project, it won't be active. So the next item is same name. And as you can see, just it is used when the items have the same names with each other. So just let me go on property window and part of name, pipe type. All of them are pipe types here, as you can see. For example, this is pipe type, and again, this one is called pipe type. So you have to be careful. Or just for example, here, the same type, it will choose the same types of things in your project. But actually, you can choose. That you can see here, it is pipe type. Or for example, the next item is select same material, and that you can choose the same material together. Or for example, if I here go on material and then again go and choose, for example, the icon of material, here it will choose all of the things that they have the same materials together. So it didn't choose the other ones because it had different materials. And we have the options like these ones I told you a lot. They are different, based on the things that you want, you can choose the things that you want, which is really practical in your work. Or even later, that for example, when we want to use, for example, timeline and want to check which items have the same timelines together, we can actually go and select same and just choose it by timeline of it. And this is really vital option when you want to choose it by timeline. But actually, because here we don't have timeline, the parameter of that is not here. And just during the project and work, it might be added here, yes. So in the continuation, let me talk a little about the tools of visibility. And then after that, I will again come back to talk about the fine items, sets, and actually the other items. We will talk about them later. The visibility part is really important part that in just tab of home, you can see it. It has actually some items in its window. So if you select one specific object in your project, one part will be added here that you can just do everything you want, every changes you want, exactly that thing that you've selected. So let me just start from here. If you go on selection tree and choose everything you want, and as an example, you want to just hide it, you can just hide it by right click on the screen, or just you can hide it here. There is no difference between them. You can just hide the thing that you've selected. As you can see here, the color of that is dark now. And we can say it's locked. And then if I just click on it again, it will be returned. So we ourselves can define, and it is hide, or it is, for example, clear and visible. The shortcut of that is Ctrl+H. Just you have to know that the thing should be selected. And very interesting point here is, let me just choose this one, and when you look at this part, it's been written hidden. You see the value is no, but if you just click on this one, you see this is yes, and exactly it's been said on yes. And if I just click again on hide, it will be no. So we can export some information that we need from the window of properties. Actually, the next icon that we want to talk about is require. And this is really practical, important, significant, and big projects that you want to work on. But as you can see, there is a lot sign on it. So let me open a very heavy project here. Actually, this project is really heavy here. Yes, as you can see, when, for example, we want to change the screen of the window, some elements are shown and again hidden because it is really heavy. If you look at here, I'm in the pencil indicator, so it will be better when you use it. Some elements, the software will understand that some elements should be hidden and they are not useful, and it will be shown better. So if we ourselves want to define some specific elements for ourselves, that when you want to just change the place of the screen of your software, and you want to see those items exactly in your project, you can just choose every item that you want by this one, and you can just see them by require. So let me just tell it more a little about that. For example, imagine that I just select select, and then let me choose this story, and by control let me choose this story and the next story. And then after it, let me just click on require, and exactly when you click on this icon, and then for example, when you go on select part and selection tree, you will see just here we have 4 stories. It's okay. For 4 stories, the color are red. So when you do it, and when you want to just move the shape into the screen, all of the items in other stories are hidden completely, and you can see every element and details of those stories that you selected and required before. And I think it is really nice. And this part, if you just select it and you move your shape into the screen, it will be really better in showing. So this is one of the most valuable part of Navisworks that we have. So when I zoom in or zoom out, most of the elements are hidden. Just you can see the elements that you want. Actually, like this. Generally those elements are hidden that are exactly in the view of your camera. I mean, far from your camera. So the software will understand that those elements that are near to you should be shown to you, like this. Just let me zoom out, and as you can see, you can see those floors and stories that you selected before, and I think this is really nice. And here I can just select them again and just unselect require option, and then when you move it, all of the items are hidden. So one of the most important part is require, and shortcut is Control+R.